Dear friends of Wise Old Age, Sexuality and Health, today I want to talk to you about a topic that is often a bit uncomfortable to discuss but is fundamental to our well-being as we age: erectile dysfunction. I know that many of you may feel embarrassed, but my goal is to provide you with the tools and information you need to understand and face this challenge with the greatest peace of mind. What I'm going to tell you today is especially aimed at those who have already passed the age of 50, who may have noticed certain changes in their intimate life and are looking for ways to continue enjoying this essential part of our lives. We will address this topic with the respect it deserves, always supported by serious studies and data that have been carefully researched by prestigious medical and psychological professionals. Intimacy does not have to fade with age. With proper care, it can remain alive and significant as we grow older. It is natural for our bodies to experience changes, some more visible than others. Erectile dysfunction is one of those conditions that affect many men in their maturity. In general, it is estimated that approximately half of men over 50 experience some degree of difficulty maintaining a firm and lasting erection. This is not a condemnation nor a reason for shame. In most cases, it is a natural process of aging caused by a series of both physical and psychological factors. To better understand what happens, let's start with the basics. Erectile function is closely linked to blood circulation. Over time, our arteries can become less flexible or widen due to the accumulation of plaques, making it more difficult for blood to flow correctly. Since erection largely depends on blood flow, any condition that affects the blood vessels can have an impact. This is particularly relevant for those suffering from conditions such as hypertension, high cholesterol, or diabetes, which become more common with age. For example, recent studies have shown that men with hypertension have up to a 70% higher chance of developing erectile dysfunction than those with normal blood pressure, and the same goes for diabetes. Diabetic men have double the likelihood of experiencing erection problems compared to men without this condition. Another important aspect is the role of hormones. Testosterone, a key hormone for male sexual function, tends to decrease with age. However, not all men experience a significant drop in their testosterone levels. Those who do may notice a decrease in sexual desire and sometimes greater difficulty responding to sexual stimuli. It is crucial to remember that desire is not just a physical matter but also a psychological and emotional one. Therefore, these changes can influence more than one aspect of intimate life. We cannot ignore the psychological component of erectile dysfunction. Here is where stress, anxiety, and depression play a significant role. Performance anxiety, that constant fear of not being up to par, can become a mental trap. When a man begins to worry excessively about failing during intimate moments, his anxiety increases, which in turn makes it more likely to happen. This cycle, unfortunately, feeds on itself. Social expectations also influence this. The mistaken belief that intimacy always must include an erection can create unnecessary pressure on both the man and his partner. It is essential to rethink this idea and understand that intimacy goes far beyond physical performance. The good news is that there are many solutions, both medical and therapeutic, that have proven effective. First, let's talk about lifestyle changes. It is no secret that regular exercise and a balanced diet can do wonders for our health. Activities such as walking, swimming, or doing yoga not only improve circulation but also reduce stress levels, which in turn can positively impact erectile function. Eating more fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats like olive oil also helps keep arteries clean and the heart healthy. Quitting smoking and reducing alcohol consumption are also important steps. For example, tobacco damages blood vessels, which can limit blood flow to intimate areas. Regarding medical treatment, there are several options. Drugs that improve blood flow to the genital areas are well known, but it is important to clarify that they are not a magic solution. These medications, while effective, must be prescribed by a doctor and taken with caution as they can have side effects. Not all men are ideal candidates for these drugs, especially those with certain heart conditions or who take blood pressure medication. Hormone therapy is also an option for some men if testosterone levels are particularly low. The doctor may suggest hormone replacement therapy, but always with rigorous follow-up, as this type of treatment is not without risks. Testosterone is not just about sexual desire. It also affects energy, mood, and bone health, so its balance is essential for overall well-being. I cannot fail to mention the importance of communication in the couple. Sometimes, the pressure to perform in intimacy can affect both the man and his partner. The key is to be open, talk about what you feel, what worries you, and what both of you expect from your intimate relationship. It is important to remember that sexual satisfaction is not measured only by frequency or duration but by emotional connection and shared pleasure. Intimacy in maturity can be as rich and significant as it was in youth, although perhaps in a different way. Caresses, tenderness, gestures of love, and mutual understanding are just as important as any other type of intimate interaction. For those who prefer a more natural approach, there are also devices such as vacuum pumps that can help improve the body's response without the need for medication. These devices work by creating a vacuum around the intimate areas, which increases blood flow and facilitates an erection. Although it may not be the most glamorous option, many couples find it an effective solution, especially when other methods do not work or are not recommended. Now, I want to emphasize that erectile dysfunction is not something that should be faced alone. If you feel overwhelmed or insecure, seek support, whether through a sex therapist, a doctor, or a support group. It is important to remember that you are not alone in this. Sexual health is part of our quality of life, and there are many ways to improve it with the right help. Ultimately, it's essential to understand that erectile dysfunction in older age does not signal the end of a vibrant, fulfilling sexual life. In fact, many individuals in later years find that their sexual experiences evolve in a deeply meaningful way. With the right knowledge, a willingness to communicate openly, and the guidance of healthcare professionals who specialize in sexual health, maintaining intimacy can remain a source of profound connection and joy. Mature sexuality is not a mere reflection of youth. It doesn't need to mimic the past, nor should it. Instead, it can offer a more intimate and soulful form of pleasure, one grounded in emotional depth, trust, and understanding. This shift in focus can open the door to richer experiences, free from the pressure of comparison or expectation. There is beauty in this evolution, a realization that sexual satisfaction isn't solely about physical performance but about intimacy, emotional bonding, and the shared experiences that nurture a relationship. It's important to recognize that sexual health is a cornerstone of your overall well-being. When we care for our bodies and our minds, nourishing both physical health and emotional connections, we are better able to enjoy a balanced, joyful life. Don't underestimate the value of paying attention to your emotional needs just as much as your physical ones, for they are intricately tied. Here at Wise Old Age, Sexuality and Health, we are committed to supporting you on this journey. Through our resources, guidance, and expertise, we aim to empower you to embrace a sexuality that is fulfilling, dignified, and tailored to your unique experiences. We stand by you as you navigate this exciting phase of life, ensuring you have the knowledge, respect, and tools to live fully and confidently in all aspects of your health and well-being.